Hi everybody, it's Mark Messier, and you're listening to Blueshirt
Underground Show,
the #1 Rangers podcast. Make sure you tune in and find out all the latest news. Let's go Rangers!
Blueshirt Underground, motherfucker!
can't BS a Ranger fan, can't BS a Ranger fan.
This is an unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering. The truth is out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York.
Yes, good evening and welcome to the
Here we
Blueshirt
are.
Underground Show. Today is Wednesday, November the 2nd. Here we go. My name is Jim, and as always, I'm joined on the other side of the window by the one and only Eddie Geik. Eddie, what's going on? How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm riding a wave of happiness
Yes.
all around me. It's unbelievable. Yeah, now they can hear us.
All right. Shut the fucking complainers.
Well, they want to hear what we have to say. So that is,
Do they?
you know,
Do
of
they?
course they do. I mean, we've had a lot of fun over the weekend together.
Cutter, it was great to see you on Saturday
Yes.
via phone.
Yes, Cutter. Even Cutter phoned in.
Actually, we phoned Cutter.
Oh, wow. I just saw the results. I didn't see how the magic came to happen.
We decided to surprise Cutsy with a phone call.
Wow, good. He answered?
He did.
He answered.
He did, and there he was in all his glory. Big smile on his face. He looked very appreciative, which is
He's a good
not
man.
really like him to appreciate anything.
I will tell you one thing. I did get to listen to his Coolio rap. No, this Gangster Paradise. And I would say if he needs to find an editor. But if you edit down the substance, the chorus of that song, you know, maybe make it 30 seconds, a minute.
Right.
I think he did a fantastic job. So,
Well, that's the thing about Cutter. If we can always edit him down to 30 seconds, he would do a fantastic
it would
job.
be comedy gold.
Right.
So his Cutter's Paradise was well received, and God bless.
Been spending most of our lives living in a kitchen of paradise.
Yes. Capo, New York City. Let's go, Rangers. Oh, Capo. Like Jesus has risen. Where I don't know.
Right.
He's playing really well. I mean, he's not putting the puck in the net, but
He is playing well.
he is playing well. He's got some speed now. All of a sudden, and 4 shots in last night's game. I was there at the game, watching everybody, and really getting a good feel for the team. So I'm pleased.
Excellent. We'll talk about that game in a couple of minutes. We want to hear all about your sweet life,
Oh yeah.
your life up with the hoi polloi up there in the hobnobs and the up there.
Wasn't even a suite. What wasn't even a suite. They called it the loft.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I didn't even know it existed. The
Look
loft.
at this. Your wife chiming in. Kitchener Paradise is top 3 all time.
I believe she
That
has
is
more
Cutsy's
power.
Thunder Road.
She is a connoisseur of the Cutter videos.
She is.
So she's
She's
did like it.
the Cutsy aficionado.
Oh man, that roast beef. Andy, don't even tell me. Is that Connor, Andy Pettit?
Yes.
Connor, you don't even know. You don't even know the delicacies that they have up on the loft.
Delicacies. He's up there eating foie gras.
No,
Dom Perignon.
none of that garbage. The most exotic thing they had up there was sushi.
Pate.
Jim, I got to get right into it, man. They had shrimp. I mean, the size of your hand.
I saw that in the picture. I'm like, my God, that is a jumbo shrimp. If ever there was an oxymoron.
Yeah. These things were like this long. And they tasted good. It wasn't like they were big and tasteless. So
They weren't day-old shrimps.
Yeah. I'd eat them with the cocktail sauce. They were so good.
Nice. You said cock. I got a shout out here to the great Henry Indictor is here in the chat room. The only man to ever recognize me on the streets of New York City.
Wow.
Yes. As
I
my beautiful fiance stood there and looked at me in awe, saying, "You just got recognized on the streets of New York."
That's amazing when that happens.
Yes. Absolutely. What's up, Henry? How you doing, buddy? Hey, Brett Anderson. Yes, you are correct. That Springsteen interview on Howard Stern was fantastic. It was the best thing he's done since he interviewed Billy Joel 15 years ago.
Huh.
So let's get down to business. Let's get down to brass tacks, as my friend would say. We'll kick it off with Saturday. The Rangers rolling into Dallas on a bit of a slump, bit of a funk.
Yeah, they were a funk.
Whatever you want to call it. A little worry was setting in among the underground, a little concern, a little consternation. And then we get the viewing party started. We're at McHale's, who, as always, did a fantastic job. The underground loves McHale's. They are all in on McHale's these days, Eddie.
Yeah, Daniel Stewart mentioned to me how much he likes this place better than the previous. They do an excellent job. They're really into making sure they don't blink an eye when we get crazy. I mean,
it does get a little rowdy.
I'm glad, because I like it rowdy, and of course, and we're kind of shaking things up over there because it's in the heart of the theater district. So people are coming and going to plays, and the play crowd really isn't exactly the crazy sports fan crowd. So they get to look at us.
And it's a big soccer gathering too, or I guess football if you prefer. And when we showed up at 1:00, there was quite a group at the bar watching the football or soccer game, which I couldn't tell you who was playing. The score was 2-1 because the score is always 2-1. And and Sadie, the great bartender at McHale's, she said, I would up said hello to her. She said, and the first thing she said to me without even me asking was, "Don't worry, the Rangers will be on at 2:00. We've made it known, and all these people will be gone." And sure enough, 2:00, they all left, and we had the whole upper room to ourselves except for the back.
Oh, see that? Yes.
Halfway through the first period, some soccer fan came walking up the stairs. He's looking to come upstairs, sit and watch the soccer game. Every TV sees the Rangers on every TV, and says, he says, How long is this game going to take? I looked at him, I looked at the TV, and I said, at least another 3 hours. You better watch downstairs.
Ah,
And he turned around and went back downstairs. Get out of here with that bullshit game.
I like soccer slash
Get out of
football,
here.
but I'm over Rangers hockey. So please.
We had a fantastic crowd, about 30, 35 people, if I had to take a guess. Danielle Stewart, Emily Travis, Tony Stanziano, his lovely girlfriend, Allie, I believe her name.
Yeah, it was close.
Brett Siegel. Is that his last name, I believe? Right? From the group, from the band Ferret. They were there in attendance.
Yes.
What is it?
I think it's Brent.
Brent, excuse me. Sorry, Brent. Mike Vaza, who we haven't seen in years. Adam Metwally, who we haven't seen in years.
Yes.
Brought his lovely wife. Had a great time. Like I said, the Johnerts were there. Costa, of course, was there. Kana was there. Matt Morello, Max Landerman. It was a who's who of the underground. An absolute who's who.
Yes.
And some luminaries. I mean, some long-time people, like I said, that we haven't seen in a long time. It was a great crowd, a raucous crowd. We're all psyched up. We're ready for the game. Puck drop, and 30 seconds into the game, the Rangers are losing.
Yeah, you walk in. I mean, I got there late. I got caught in some like bizarre world traffic where like rickshaws. I still can't get a confirmation that there are rickshaws in Manhattan, like not Cosmo and what you call it, not Cosmo Kramer's and Newman's rickshaw business, but there were like 8 rickshaws that my wife, who was driving, had to navigate. And I got in there like 10 minutes before game time. I walk in and, everybody's, we're all, meeting and greeting. And I'm looking up at the screen. I'm like, what's up with these uniforms by the Stars?
Oh, the neon greens? Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Does anybody like these uniforms?
I don't know.
As a Ranger fan, does anybody like these uniforms?
Absolutely horrible.
I thought they're disgusting. Look like a road crew or something. I don't know.
And there was one question on everybody's mind that came to the viewing party on Saturday. The one question everybody wanted to know: where's Jen?
Yes.
So everybody wants to know. And unfortunately, Jen had to work. She was home, still sleeping, actually, when we were kicking off the viewing party.
What is
unfortunately, she couldn't make this one. But we've already looked ahead at some potential dates for the next viewing party. And all of the dates that are possibilities fit into her schedule. So she will be at the next one. She is sorely missed.
Yes, definitely. For sure.
Everybody loves Jen.
I think that's
almost as much as I do.
Wow.
And now I have 2 stories that I want to tell. One is they're both related to the viewing party, but I'm going to tell 2 stories. And the first story is so that I can tell you the second story. Years and years ago, there was a minor league team, a AA team called the Orlando Cubs. Obviously, they were a Cubs minor league team. And I was living in Orlando at the time, and my grandfather also lived in Orlando, and him and I used to go to Orlando Cubs games. And we used to go a couple of times a week. We'd get free tickets all the time, but every Thursday night we would go because it was what they called Thirsty Thursdays. And you could buy a cup that was about yay big, and you could fill it all night for $1 with beer, which, of course, for my grandfather and I was just fantastic. And it was just a great memory going to those ball games with my grandfather, sitting there and watching these guys. And there were a couple of guys that played for that Orlando Cubs team that did one was Doug Glanville, and another was Matt Franco, who went on obviously to play for the Mets. So anyway, it was a great memory that I had of watching the Orlando Cubs play. Years later, the Orlando Cubs they moved to Daytona, and another team replaced them when the Tampa Devil Rays became a team. because they put their minor league team in Orlando because it was close. But when the Orlando Cubs went out of folded, I went on eBay and I bought a shirt because I wanted a memento to remember the Orlando Cubs because my grandfather had passed, and I just wanted something as a remembrance of that team. And the guy that I bought the shirt from wound up sending me a baseball that just happened to be autographed by that entire team that I had watched with my grandfather. And I remember telling this story to my father, and my father saying to me, he's like, you were just the right person at the right time, because that baseball wouldn't mean anything to most people in the world except you. But because you had that memory with Pop, that baseball meant something to you. And I still have the baseball, and it's signed by Matt Franco and Doug Glanville and a couple of those other guys that were popular with the team. So telling you that story to tell you this story. The great Nick DeCristo shows up at the viewing party on Saturday, and he says, I bought something for you. And he says, it was supposed to be here by the last viewing party, and it got here the day after, so I brought it today. And he hands me this cup. Anders Hedberg. This is a 7-Eleven cup from 1980, 1981. I mean, look at this thing. It's beautiful, right? Absolutely beautiful. He handed me this thing. It was like he handed me the Holy Grail. Now, this cup wouldn't mean anything to most people in the world, but to me, I'll keep it forever. I'll never drink out of it. It's just going to sit on a shelf, but it meant the world to me that Nick thought enough of me to go on eBay and buy me something because he knew that this was my first favorite Ranger. So, Nick, thank you wherever you are. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the cup. I will treasure it forever. That's not blowing smoke. This means a lot to me. Anders Hedberg, there he is, one of my first favorite Rangers.
Very good.
Thank you, Nick. And thank you for indulging me in this story.
Everybody is so generous. I mean,
they are.
In our crew.
Everybody's
everybody's so
generous.
Nice.
They bring gifts, and they
buy us beer.
They buy beer. They buy raffle tickets.
It's just amazing.
Chris Johnert's cousin Rob won the Igor Shesterkin jersey that we gave away. And everybody went home with something. We had buttons to give away, and tattoos and earrings. And what else did we give away? We gave away a Rangers mug. We gave away a Rangers luggage tag. Everybody goes home with something.
Oh, yeah.
Big or small. We make sure everybody goes home with something.
And more importantly, we went away with a win.
The Rangers, with a 6-3 pouncing of the Stars. They opened it up in the third period with 3 goals. Zach Jones got his first goal. Julian Gauthier with a highlight reel goal for the ages. Now, granted, I know that there's no goalie in the net when he shoots that puck, but from that angle, and falling, doing a Bobby Orr, I mean, that is an all-timer.
That was his coming out party.
That's one for the ages. We keep hoping for the emergence, the coming out party of Julian Gauthier.
I think it's happening, big boy.
Could this be it?
After last night's performance as well. But usually when a Ranger has that kind of like open net situation, it was a bad angle. Don't get me wrong. They never hit it. I mean, if I were to suppose or propose Ryan Strome having that opportunity last year, we'd all say, oh, he would have missed the net, or Barkley good, whoever it is. We just never get it. And then we got it. A wonderbar shot from Julian Gauthier, as they're saying now, the GOAT. Is that what his new nickname is? The GOAT?
He's no longer Julian Go-Away.
Yeah. He's been moved out of the I've seen enough category.
Right. Here, let's watch it real quick. What do you say?
Sure.
Goal leading the game. Battle in the Ranger zone. Sammy Blade lifts it out. 8.5 minutes to go. Gauthier bursts through. Pokes it, emptied it. He scores! Julian Gauthier! How about that goal?
Fantastic.
What an effort! And the Rangers with back-to-back goals lead it 5-3.
How about that finish? The effort's always been there.
And the Rangers weren't done. Might as well show the Trocheck goal.
Yeah, sure.
Back
Vinny
pass out of the
Trocheck.
zone. Rangers have
Loves
an
what
extra
I'm
skater
seeing
on.
from Vinny
Six
this year.
skaters. Delayed penalty. Called on Dallas. Move in. Lafreniere's pass through. They score!
What is that goal
Vincent
doing?
Trocheck with his second goal of the game on a
DeBoer.
6-on-5.
Pete DeBoer.
Oh God, I hate that guy's face. And that was just the goalie was like, it was like 20 feet. It looked like JD in net. He was like 20 feet out of the crease after that was done.
And he was their he was the second goalie, right? Otto Preminger started that game and
yes, Jake Ottinger. Otto
got yanked.
Got yanked. I
Was
don't
he
know.
yanked or did he get hurt? Because it was only
didn't-
3-3, right?
Yeah, I don't know. We
We didn't
never
get a-
got confirmation because did they not have the sound on a lot during that game? I can't remember. There was so much noise.
No, the sound was on. We were just loud.
Okay.
We're a very loud crowd.
And what was it Scott Wedgwood in net? I don't even know what that guy's first name is.
Scott Norwood.
Scott Norwood, and they lit him up. That was great to see. There's nothing like watching a game, because we've had games where there's not a lot of goals and it's boring and they lose. We've also been to games, the vaunted, not the vaunted, but the joyous comeback against Montreal, where there's a lot of goals and a win.
That's still the gold standard of viewing
Yes.
parties right there.
And the fact that we got to do the goal song 6 times, and they came back, and there was a lot of naysayers in the building when the Rangers were down. I heard a lot of bizarre things, and even I got to say, was getting a little disheartened. I was thinking, I put so much time into this team. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth? And then, of course,
Yes, you raised quite a stink with your comments last week.
Yeah.
There was a lot of buzz. There was a lot of chatter.
Yeah, I must have been in a funk like the Rangers. And then as soon as I got there and I saw everybody and everybody was kind of in a funk too. Now I am going to this did happen. I had a discussion with Emily Travis and Danielle Stewart. They really want Barry Trotz to coach the Rangers. So much so that even after the win, they said they should fire Gallant and hire Barry Trotz.
Rangers were down 1-0 and the Barry Trotz chance.
Yeah, this is what happened. I'm like, why do I waste my time? And I was getting a lot of not like, come on, Ed. No, you're right. You're right. It's not worth it. I was getting a lot of that.
Right.
Tear
it down, rebuild.
Yeah, no, just get Barry Trotz in here.
Barry Trotz.
But be classy this time and drop Gallant at the airport. Don't leave him. Or
don't leave
the organization, Sam.
We don't want to leave him at the hotel, huh?
But then after the Rangers got the lead, the only ones who were sticking with the Barry Trotz were Danielle and Emily. The rest of us were like, yeah, baby, Rangers, love ya. Oh, yeah, yeah.
It was fentanyl for everybody.
Yeah. So it's like, and we're back.
Right.
So it was a lot of fun just to go through that Ranger roller coaster ride with everybody and getting to see everybody. And
in true, we certainly, like you said, it was a roller coaster because the Rangers took the lead a minute into the second period in that game, and then 30 seconds later, the tied it up. And then the Rangers took the lead again, and then 3 minutes later, the Stars tied it up again. And it wasn't until the third period where the Rangers really broke it open and took over the game, thank God, and we could relax and have a little fun and, stop cursing and screaming at each other.
And Dallas is no joke. I mean, at home, they've been a kind of an early season juggernaut, and the Rangers
they work hard, Sam. They work hard.
And found Costa was trying to oust Jacob Trouba as captain at one point.
Right.
There was
here's a question for you. The Dallas Stars have only lost one game at home this year. Would you care to take a guess at who it was?
It's the Broadway Blueshirts.
And Dallas has a plus 10 goal differential, so that's pretty impressive. The Rangers beat them by 3.
Yeah,
it's still a plus 10. So that's a pretty good team right there.
And I had like a little like kind of a mini game going on in my head because Niels Lundqvist, who was a Ranger pick, had 4 assists going into the game, and without saying it, either the Rangers felt like he was not good enough to make their big club, or he felt that he was good enough to make another big club. So he was traded, and he's done. But he plays like second line, Jim.
Go for him.
Yeah, as I'm saying, but
no place for him. We wish him nothing but the best, except against us. But we got no place for him. We got no room for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. We got no place for a midget who weighs 97 pounds.
Right. We don't need another supermodel on the back line. So I said, to myself, I'm saying, well, Zach Jones is the guy that basically is replacing what they projected Lundqvist to be. Remember last year when Lundqvist got 20 games and did nothing with Patrick Nemeth, and there's no shame in that, since Patrick Nemeth is one of the worst players that's come down the pike.
Actually, it's Braden Schneider that took Nils' spot. Nils right defense.
Okay.
Nils is the right. So really, it's Braden Schneider.
Right. So in my head, I was like, Zach and Niels are offensive defensemen. They're not defensive stalwarts. And then Zach Jones gets his first goal and an assist. And I was beaming from that University of Massachusetts product.
Right.
One Zachary Jones on his performance.
Costa still calling for the trade of Jacob Trouba in the chat room. Trade him. Get him out.
Wow. I don't know about that.
He's the chief malcontent.
All right. Well,
because how dare he be a -1?
Well, I will tell you one thing about Costa. He may go off his rocker.
Rangers better than Jacob Trouba.
But if Trouba is to straighten out his game and play a little bit better, I think he's struggling a little bit. I do. I believe he's struggling a little bit. That Costa will do the mea culpa if Trouba straightens his shit out. But who could complain? The Rangers' record, I mean, Shesty is undefeated now. Was he 5-0-2?
No regulation losses. 6, isn't it? Or is it 5?
Is it 6?
I thought he was 5-0-2 going into the last night's game. He is 6-0-2.
6-0-2, ladies and gentlemen. Few people keeping scoring at home, which I didn't. I thought he was 5-0-2.
He has not lost in regulation.
Yes. I think Trouba's again. I think he'll be fine. This is just, it's the regular season. Let's not get crazy. Unless you're not Keandre Miller, I think is playing really well. But anyway, going back to the the Dallas game, it was good to see Zach Jones and and the Rangers. It was just really a good road game, and it got him back on track as far as I was concerned, because I was getting a little worried there. But isn't it the same thing?
With good reason. With good reason.
But isn't it the same thing? The freaking Islanders come in. We go there rather, and we play just a crappy, shitty game. We get shut out, and it's like we start thinking the Rangers just aren't. They're just not doing well. And a couple games later, they're back on track.
Right.
It's just like an Islander speed bump, like a hiccup.
I feel like, and this probably is very far from the truth, I'm just telling you what it feels like in my head. I feel like they are never playing well going into a game against the Islanders. Like the Islanders are just always catching them. I could be wrong. For all I know, the Rangers had it might have won 5 in a row last year before they lost to the Islanders, but it just feels that way. Like I always feel like it's, we're not playing well, and now we got to play the Islanders.
Right.
My girl is calling for receipts in the chat room. She's like, half this chat bitched about bread last year. I love it.
Well, they did in the playoffs, which I'd found unfounded. That was my opinion, that he didn't score enough goals, but he scored that overtime goal in Game 7. That's good enough for me.
Me too. I think he still had 16 points in the playoffs. I mean,
yeah. It just, when you make big money, you're going to come under the eye of, the eye of blame. So he's certainly the most talented player. Well, I got to tell you, Mika Zibanejad is real. I mean, he's light years from when the Rangers got him. Like, I've never seen I can't think of a Ranger who's really progressed from a good player to a great player in front of my eyes.
Right.
I mean,
elite,
right?
He's elite.
Like,
he'd have to take a step back to be great.
I haven't. I mean, maybe I'm forgetting somebody, but I don't think I am. I mean, Brian Leach, of course, we knew he was something. He was special coming out of college.
Right. But and this is not to disparage Brian Leach in any way, but that was 30 years ago.
Yes.
That's 30 years ago.
He is
a team, right?
Yeah. He has become elite in front of our eyes. I mean, I don't even think the Rangers, when they traded him for him and they dealt Derek Brassard, they probably thought they were getting like a younger version of Derek Brassard.
I think they probably thought they were getting a good young player.
Right. But not a guy who plays the total game that he's become. He's been a little bit better on faceoffs this year, I think. He wasn't so good. He was at 43% or something yesterday, but whatever. I mean, just his overall game is spectacular. And that makes anybody who plays on that line, makes that first line really dynamic. So be happy, be joyous that Mika Zibanejad is playing well. So anytime you talk about bad trades, you want to talk about these people want to talk about Rattel and Bark and all. Stop.
Right. It's 50 years ago. It's time we let it go.
Talk about some of the good trades, or the Gomez for McDonough, Spooner for Strome. For Christ's sakes, Rick Nash for Ryan Lindgren. Oh my God. They're gonna build a pavilion to Ryan Lindgren before he leaves the Rangers here. He's all over the place, blocking shots, fighting people. I mean, highway ride, but then when we talk about Libor Hayek, oh, he's not good. The Rangers have been on the better end of trades. Some highway robberies, as far as I'm concerned. And you know what? Because last night I really got to watch. Lindgren's hockey IQ is very high too. I don't know if it comes from playing with Fox or he just naturally has it, but he's got a very good hockey IQ, which is great. So that was, and I always that the Rick Nash trade made no sense to me. Boston wanted him for the playoff push.
Right.
This guy was
talking about
maligned.
selling somebody a bill of goods.
I mean, he was maligned by me, you, the Flyers kid, the whole league, the whole Mike Milbury was saying how bad he was in the playoff. Every sportscaster, the Bruins want him. They get him. First of all, they gave a Lindgren. Who else we get in that trade?
It was Lindgren, a second-round pick, Adam McQuaid.
He was terrible.
They got Spooner in that trade, right?
Who?
When did they get Ryan Spooner in that trade?
No, that was Edmonton. Oh, but Ryan Spooner, yes. Yes, I think that's...
And then they flipped him to Edmonton for Strome, right?
Right, yes, that's right.
They got 5 players or parts for Rick Nash, 5, which to me was just
in the middle of. I mean, that was the rebuild. That was like, this team is awful. We were fielding, and they.
Let me ask you a question. About going back to Zibanejad, Crosby and Malkin. Is he the best center in the division?
He's not better than Sid. I mean,
Well, no. Besides those two, would it be fair to say? Would it be fair to say he's slots in third behind the two of them in the division?
Well, who else we got?
Kuznetsov.
He's better than Kuznetsov.
Let me think. Who's Brock Nelson? Zizekas.
He's better than Casey Zizekas.
Pajot.
He's better than Brock Nelson.
Is Barzell a center or is he a wing? He plays wing, both, doesn't he?
He plays primarily.
No, I think he's a center. Is he better?
Sean Couturier is hurt. I'm trying to think.
Better than Kevin Hayes.
It's light years better than Kevin Hayes.
I'm rambling off.
Right.
I think it's fair to say that he's probably third best, right behind those two who are like, I mean,
and they're on their way.
They're franchise players. Those two.
He might be better than. If I said it, I'd kill, but I think he's better than Malkin.
Maybe
Malkin
now
ain't playing. Malkin, yeah, Malkin ain't
maybe
playing.
Now.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a crazy statement. Do you?
It's not crazy unless I'm forgetting somebody.
Aho from Carolina. He's better than Aho, right? Yeah.
Aho's
I still think Mika's better.
Okay. I would have to see Sebastian Aho like.
What's the chat room say? What are they saying?
Then again, I'm thinking about the playoffs and Sebastian Aho, and it's close. And when you said it perfectly earlier, when you said elite, he's an elite player, I think now.
And Mike Latham hits it right on the head here. Mika and Kreider. I mean, this is a pair. I hate to say it. But this is like their best pair of guys. We're talking Messier Graves. It really is that level of, just their togetherness and the way the compatibility and the cohesiveness that they have together. It's on that level. Nico Hischier is a Hall of Famer. Is he in at least 3 years? He's a Hall of Famer.
I think Kim is being facetious.
Is he chumming the water?
I will say Nico is having a good year this
He
year.
is. Hey, Devils are off to they've righted the ship. They're playing well. Fuck them.
Lindy Ruff's a god.
Right.
Yes, I'm with Brett Anderson on this. So,
yep, good point, Brett. Both ends of the ice. What about Sam and Joe's bromance? They have no bromance. There's no chemistry there whatsoever.
no.
Those two are so uncomfortable together. You think they just met.
So yeah, I mean, and then Mika is no slow start this year. It was last year he got off to a slow start, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we, we're pretty lucky as Ranger fans. So, and the Rangers made us feel good on Saturday afternoon.
And then they come back Sunday night and go rolling to 3,000 fans, 2,997 of them in blue.
Isn't this like a typical game against the Coyotes?
Coyotes play them tough.
It's always a one-goal game. It's always a close game.
There's not a lot of names on that team. I don't think I could name you 4 guys on that team. But they're no easy out. I give them that.
I don't understand the Coyotes in so many ways.
Like why they exist? That's what I don't understand.
Well, I know that's your base, your base for them. I don't understand. Like, I mean, they've stunk for how long?
30 years.
All right. They couldn't get one generational player out of all those drafts. Like, all these guys I heard, they wind up going to other teams. I don't know. I hear, Clayton Keller, this guy's a difference maker. Max Domi, we'll get drafted him. He's a difference maker.
Gone.
All these guys, they flee.
He's a difference maker somewhere else.
Yeah, he's not even like that great. I mean, we look at the draft because, of course, I'm inundated going back to the part about how bad the Rangers draft. I get it. They draft bad, okay? They can't draft a forward worth shit. I mean, then I said, well, Cried had 52. It took up 10 years to get. All right, okay. I admit, I give in. Go talk to the owner. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm just moving forward here.
Right.
So, but going back to Arizona, I don't know how they didn't wind up just by luck. Maybe get a goalie that's good. Maybe get a defenseman. Who was the defender? Chikrin. He's another guy. He's gone too. Everybody's gone. No arena.
It's a bad franchise. Sorry, but it is. Poorly run. 25 years.
Didn't they get like some advanced stat guru as their assistant GM one year or GM? And
then they ran him out of town too.
Yeah. I'm going to ask that. I know we talk way too much Arizona Coyote hockey on this. But, the place.
First of all, it's low-hanging fruit.
Yes. Well, the area.
It pertains to the league in general. I mean,
Right. Well, but the area, the climate. These people here that are in the chat room, I think 256 people in the chat room right now.
Right.
Why? Why do they keep them around? What's the bottom line? Is it just stubbornness by Gary Bettman that he cannot admit that this was a failure?
Yes.
What? That's it?
That's it. That's it. He just refuses to give up.
But
come on. Look, you can make all the arguments you want. There's no excuse for this. No other league would do business like this. Could you imagine the Chicago Bears didn't have a place to play and go in and play it in a high school stadium, because that's what this is. It's 5,000 seats, right? 5,000, 6,000 seats. This is unacceptable. This is the National Hockey League. This is not the OHL. This is not the AHL. This is not the CHL. It's not the ECHL. This is the NHL. This is the big time. We have a national contract. They're on ESPN. They're on TNT. They're on TBS. That 5,000. No other league does business like this. None. I don't care how bad even the worst base. The Oakland A's are averaging 8,000 people a night. They're going to move. They're going to move. The MLB has had enough. They're going to wind up moving. They're going to follow the Raiders. They're going to go to Vegas.
Well, aren't they playing?
You can't do business. You can't do business when your attendance, when you are a major sport, and hockey is a major sport, despite the way they act. It is a major sport in this country. You can't do business when you draw 5,000 to 8,000 people a night. You can't. You can't make money.
Well, in baseball, I think you probably could because of the revenue sharing.
Well, but there's revenue sharing in hockey too. And you get a piece of the gate receipts. But you're not making any money. You go to Arizona, there's only 5,000 seats. I don't care how much money they're charging. You're not making any money.
No, I agree with you that, and everybody else, because I really wasn't sure that it was basically a Bettman too stubborn to admit it's a mistake.
And Sean's hitting the nail right on the head too. The reporters, everybody's trying to sell this as what a great idea this is and how much fun this is and what a loud place that is. Well, you know what? Wait until yeah, it's going to be loud when there's 4,000 Ranger fans that'll show up and buy the tickets and pack the place all in blue. What are they going to do when the San Jose Sharks come to play? Or give me another, the Florida Panthers come to play. Or give me another team nobody gives a shit about, the Ottawa Senators. And there's 900 people in that building. Then tell me.
It doesn't matter how loud it's more impressive if it's loud and it's filled with 20,000 fans.
Well, I mean, that was the big story after the game.
Right. I see what you guys are saying.
How loud it was and how raw. Oh, it was a college atmosphere. Well, that's not a college team.
Right. This isn't a college league. I mean, so the reporters have been basically informed to spin this as a positive when it's a complete a mark against the NHL.
Don Cardoza, I went to a Huntsville Havoc SPHL game last week that had more fans. I don't even know what the SPHL is. the secondary Putts Hockey League? I don't even know what that is. And they're outdrawing the Coyotes.
The Southern Premier Hockey League. No, I just made that up.
When Detroit is there, Chicago, Toronto, Montreal, any of the Canadian teams, and there'll be fans in the stands in Arizona. And like I said, and the Rangers, and maybe the Kings to a certain extent. Colorado, definitely. There's a lot of Colorado people that live in have moved to Arizona. But like I said, Ottawa, Florida, Tampa Bay, the Islanders.
Yeah, teams that their fans don't travel well. Like it's going to be
Islander
barren.
fans don't go to Islander games. What are they going to go to Coyote games for?
Well, they got to switch. They got to switch the train at Jamaica, so it confuses them.
Right.
We got to get up.
The Southern Professional Hockey League.
Oh,
I think that's where Theo Fleury wound up, wasn't it? After the Eskimo League.
I think that's where Cam Talbot came out of.
Cam Talbot.
In Huntsville.
The Huntsville Horror.
He went to the University. Where did he go? Somewhere in the South, Alabama, something like that.
And if anybody that hangs around the group, you guys know Peter Fox. He lives in LA. He went to the game Sunday and took a shitload of video. And he was going to call in tonight. He was going to call in tonight and talk about it. And I was going to play his videos, but he got held up at work. So he's not going to be able to call in, and being on the West Coast, there's a time difference. So we will save that for next show. Hopefully he can come on and I'll show. He sent me, it must be at least 12, more like a dozen videos and the seats, which are bleacher seats,
Bleacher
and just
seats?
bleachers, like the Rose Bowl, like you're in high school. Was it Satcham? Sack Up High School that you went to there? They had better seating accommodations.
I mean, 57. My hemorrhoids can't take that hard
Chris
stuff.
Frenzel, what's up, sir? Pardon me. Good evening, folks. That's his entrance every week. Pardon me. Good evening, folks.
But I mean, just to finish this up, well, didn't they dissolve the Thrashers, the Atlanta Thrashers, and then like move them to Minnesota,
Winnipeg. They moved to Winnipeg and became the new Jets.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So, why not? Why there was no stubbornness on that, and why is there so much stubbornness in this? I don't really get it.
I don't know.
It's just to kind of they want a foothold in the West.
I guess. It's a big TV market.
Okay.
So there's money, and it's a growing. I don't know how much it's still growing, but 10, 15, 20 years ago, that was a growing metropolis. So there was money to be made, but they're not making it.
Okay. So let's talk about the Ranger game last night.
Let's talk about it. I'm just gonna sit back and I'm gonna let you just tell the tale.
Okay. Well, as some of you may have seen that I posted on the social media, the Facebook, yours truly got the chance, the opportunity. What do you say? The hoi polloi? What do you say?
Hoi polloi.
The hoi polloi. I got to
rubbing elbows,
fraternize,
right,
with the hoi polloi. My friend John won a raffle at work for 4 tickets to it's like they call it a luxury suite, but it's not really a luxury suite. It's a place I have never heard of in the Garden. I guess I just don't hang around with that kind of crowd. The place is called The Loft. And I'm like, what is this? Some kind of like, I don't know, like the there I am. That guy was right next to me.
There's Eddie at the game last night.
Dude, the time you see me in a suit like that is when I'm in the coffin, probably.
Somebody's dead.
Yeah. So this place called The Loft. And I got to tell you guys, there's like a concierge. Is it concierge or concierge? Okay, see, you can tell I'm not a fancy guy. I don't even know how to say the thing. There's a concierge. I can't even say this. Outside this loft. She's like, my name is Rhonda. I'll be, seating you and how many in your party and this and that. And I'm like, hey, Rhonda, what's going on? She's like, oh, you guys are going to have a great time. She hands me a program. That's the dining room. That's the actual dining room. And she hands me a program.
Sean McCaff wants to know how is the football.
And she hands me a program, Jim. This program was very reminiscent of the old yearbooks we used to get.
Right.
Same size, not as thick, but it even had the prospects in the back a little bit.
Oh, Mark Heaslip.
Yeah, Bobby Trevino, your boy, was in it.
Nice.
Vinny Vasilino brought it home. Maybe I'll get it from him and show on the show. I had everything. It was great. We'll show you to your seats. 4 seats with like a right up against like a little, nobody else in the row. It's just us 4. A little lip where a table comes out from the plexiglass. so you can put your food. And I'm thinking I'm in Ranger heaven. I sat right behind where the goofy DJ is. They had some DJ between the first and the second. It was absolutely awful. Yes, there we are. The guy's sitting in cheese. Those guys.
They're in a bath.
Oh, rose petals.
Rose petals.
I
Yes.
thought that was a pepperoni pizza. I even shot some Matt. I even shot some video with me and Vinny up in the loft. I'll post it. And Jim, you saw the one picture I posted. The food was unbelievable. I mean, they had these sliders, these roast beef sliders. Absolutely delicious. The shrimp. So we got a mani-pedi. No, we did not get a mani-pedi.
This is Eddie in between periods. Getting a facial.
Yeah.
The whiskey behind him.
The sushi, people opening doors for you. Hello. Thank you, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much, sir.
Oh,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
Oh,
It was.
God bless you, sir.
It was. Are you having a great time? People checking in.
Are you sure this was Madison Square Garden?
Well, apparently, if you pay,
Usually the usher tells you, "Go, I'm welcome to Madison Square Garden. Go fuck yourself."
No, dude, I'm telling you, I was like in Ranger heaven. I couldn't believe it. I didn't have to get up for food. I didn't have to get up for a drink. I had my own section, with my friends, and I got the program. And do you want a bottle of water, sir? And I'm thinking they must think like I'm in like Make-A-Wish or something, because I don't look the part. You know what I'm saying?
You're like My Fair Lady.
Yeah, like My Fair Lady. I got the blinking Ranger cap on that I wore that I wore at the viewing party. I'm wearing, sweatpants and a sweatshirt. And everybody up there's got like a brand new jersey of like even guys that there was a McDonough jersey up there. The guy looked like it was brand new. I mean, the guy hasn't been on the team in like 8 years. I mean, it was just fat. Then everybody's like, Eddie, they got the peanut there. That the Halloween candy was left over. The sushi.
Don Cardoza wants to know if you had to tip Ralph the doorman.
You tip. These people, but I don't, so they had that. You get all the booze you want. I didn't partake. I don't drink. I will have a beer once in a while, but I'm more of I like to watch the game. So they had the normal fare, then they had the kind of exotic, hoi polloi foods. And so that was great. The view was fantastic. I was behind the goal for Shesterkin twice. I could see every play developing. I was waiting for some of the alumni maybe to come around, but then I was like...
Ron Greshner waiting tables?
Yes, Ron Greshner was there waiting tables.
Chris Kostopoulos sweeping up with the dustpan on a handle.
Katsu's like, cocktail sauce, sir.
Good day, sir.
Yeah.
All night long, baby, all night long.
So I cannot. Vinny Vasilino said it was one of the best nights of his life. Of his life.
And he has kids.
No, he's got no kids.
I'm kidding.
But I have nothing rated a 10. I went on Yelp. I gave Rhonda a shout out. Everybody. You're right. Usually it's like, get the fuck get the fuck out of here. You know what? We're taking your money and you get nothing for it. And so at the end of the first period, they put the food away, and then between the second and third, they have the desserts.
Oh, now we're in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
This is where you make your money.
You know me, I got the sugars, man. They start putting out these caramel cookies with, I don't know what was on it. And all these cakes, slices of cakes. They had fruits. They had the pineapple. I know some people like the watermelon, the melon. I don't want to, and what else did they have? Just all kinds. It was like like that Vietnamese hour they have at the weddings. I mean, the Viennese hour. Yeah, they had little mini cannolis there. I mean, this was like. Then I thought, imagine like Coasters at this thing. Last time I saw Coaster, he was stuffing a garbage bag full of candy into his duffel bag at the viewing party. If you're on tonight, you better be eating that duffel bag. I mean, not eating the duffel bag, eating the candy from your hookup there from Jim.
The kids.
No, but Sean.
Just a quick sidebar, and then we'll let Eddie continue. The kids all went trick-or-treating Friday night. They come home with all this candy. Then traditionally what happens is they go trick-or-treating, and then on Christmas I throw the candy out. And then Christmas they get candy, and on Easter I throw that candy out. And then on Easter they get candy, and I throw that out around Halloween. And I said to him, look, go through your stuff. Take out whatever you're not going to eat, put it in a bag. I'll stick it in my backpack, and I'll put it out on the table for everybody at the viewing party. And I put it all out in a big garbage bag. I dropped this thing on the table. I said, anybody wants Halloween candy, help yourself. End of the night, and there's Costa stuffing the entire trash bag in his duffel bag. I'm telling you, this thing weighed 20 pounds if it weighed an ounce. Everything you could think of was in there.
Yes,
he ate so much candy.
I don't know. That's a little controversial whether that happened or not. Matt, he's saying that he didn't eat fries. That I think I offered him fries. So they had like, oh yes. So where was I? It was the desserts, the snickerdoodles, the
cannolis, snickerdoodles, caramels,
everything. I mean, just. Unbelievable. Sean wanted to ask, did I ask for a doggy bag? No, I didn't. But they have like
these cargo pants, though.
Oh, they had they had cotton candy, like already wrapped. They had the popcorn already. I thought about walking out with a popcorn and bringing it home for my wife. But then I said, this is so lame. It's like, I was at a luxury suite. Here, honey, here's a box of popcorn. Stale.
Should have brought her home a sandwich.
How am I going to get that sandwich out?
Can I get some tin foil to wrap this up?
Yeah. Hey, Rhonda, I'm bringing this home for the wife.
Come on. Can I get a to-go box?
Yeah. You know how me and to-go. So, it was wonderful. It was. I wish I had them. I wish I would have done better in my life. Because a man or a woman Ranger fan can really get used to this. Game went by like that. It was like I was at home. I wasn't even annoyed by the train ride home. I was absolutely getting. And then Kreider.
Chris said, I'll send a Ziploc next time.
Next time. Well, now I know. I know now. And I was on when Kreider scored. That was the net that I was behind. So I saw that whole play when Zibanejad made that pass. And I was so excited. It was like a playoff game for me, even though it wasn't. The crowd was very tepid, to say the least. Frustrated, but tepid. It's a middle of the week game, so it's not going to be like everybody's. So that was my experience. I wonder how it differs from you guys watching it in your little homes there or whatever, your apartments. And I was yelling, "I'm rich and you're poor," to the people, the peons below me. I was heckling 2 Flyer fans, had the audacity to show up. Also, some idiot wearing a PK Subban jersey. He's not even in the league anymore, and he was wearing that stupid New Jersey alternate jersey that says Jersey with it, which makes it double retardo as far as I'm concerned. But from what I could gather, I mean, for me, it was kind of a very frustrating game because I felt like the Rangers were in total control for most of it.
Right, but
and couldn't score.
Right, Flyers were in a position to steal that game at any moment.
Yeah, I was waiting for the Thomas Konechny goal.
Right, or Kevin Hayes or Tony DeAngelo. Did you partake in the booing of one Tony DeAngelo?
No, I didn't.
Good for you.
I also did not participate in the Potvin sucks.
Good for you.
Or, which I will never do. But I'm going to say something, and usually I don't think this booing and the jeering of a player affects a player. I think it affects him. He messes up a lot against the Rangers. He did in the Carolina series last year, and I still see it now. What do you think?
I don't know.
You're
not exactly talking about the most defensively sound guy to begin with. I think the guy creams the attention. Whether it's negative or positive, I think he loves it. I think he loves the fact that 18,000 people show up and that every time he's touching the puck, they're booing him. I think he loves it.
He might.
And I think, you know what? If you really want the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. Why bother? Why give the guy the satisfaction of knowing he lives in your head? Why?
I think because I think
you think it messes him up.
Rare case.
Okay.
Especially when he's on that power play for them and they have the man advantage, he gets the yips. He makes bad. Now maybe he does this all, regularly. I don't know. I don't watch it. I'm not a Tony DeAngelo fanboy. I don't watch him every game. But I think he gets the yips. He starts making bad plays. He makes bad decisions. I mean, this guy last year, this guy, he's one of the best power play defensemen in the league. And he does not get it done. And when they boo him, I think it makes him a little jittery. So keep doing it. If I didn't see, this isn't like booing Mario Lemieux and booing all these Crosby sucks and all this. And meanwhile, he's getting 3 goals.
Right.
This actually, I think, gets to him.
Okay.
Maybe it's just hopeful thinking on my part, but that's my opinion.
All right. Well, if you endorse it, then that's good enough for me.
Yeah,
you and I are usually simpatico and shit like this, but
I don't. I usually I'm it's funny.
I think they sound like 18,000 jilted girlfriends, but that's just me.
Well, yeah, we don't usually go with the mob mentality,
right?
We're critical individuals, just like everybody else. See, Sean even agrees with me, that means a lot to me too. He does take bad penalties too, yeah. And I agree with Jen. I think New York was the place he really wanted to play and be a success.
Ipsy Pipsy.
So
I'm all about moving forward.
Oh yeah,
but he doesn't exist to me anymore. I liked him when he was here. I said that a million times. I liked him. Met him. Thought he was a hell of a nice guy.
I'm sure he
I don't
is.
give a shit. But I've moved on. It's enough. I got my own team to worry about. I ain't worried about Tony.
But if you're at a game, are you going to boo him? I know you're going to.
Nah.
Oh, I didn't sway you that much then.
Nah.
Sean,
I'm worried about my team.
Nah. I'm
worried about my
kidding
team.
me? You're at a game, you're yelling at every opposing player.
I'm not going to but I'm not going to boo him every time he touches the puck. I'm going to be more creative than boo.
Here
Boo.
we go.
Boo. I think that let's say
You're an elitist.
That's just dumb. I mean, this isn't the Roman Senate. You know, this isn't the Romans versus the Christians versus the Lions here. You know, why don't we just do this? Let him die. You know, boo.
You're such an
I'm
individual.
so scared. Oh, they're booing me. Oh, God. Be more creative.
I just think you don't want to be part of the.
Tony D'Angelo sucks cocks in hell. How about that?
Oh,
Chant
wow. Oh, hey.
Well, it's creative. It's different.
You don't want to be part of the whole Ranger mass. You don't want to be.
Boo.
I said you're a little bit elitist about this. That
it's just I don't know. I feel
you don't want to. You're never gonna be. You've never booed a player.
I'm not saying that, but to do it every time the guy touches the puck when he plays for 23 minutes, by the end of the night, it's meaningless. Don't you think?
Well, yeah.
Doesn't it lose its flavor?
Well, to me, it would become a job. Like now, I have to boo every time this guy touches.
Right, I ain't got that kind of time. I gotta
I
focus.
let them boo. I didn't boo him. I told you I didn't boo him. I let them boo, and I was watching to see how it reacted.
It is what it is. I got better things to do at the game.
I mean, I was eating.
You know, I would have been up there in the loft, you know, with the hoi polloi.
I had creme brulee going.
Rondo, you know, more cheesecake, more beer, more wine.
So
I got time to boo. Give me another sandwich.
All right, stop talking about booing.
Boo.
My God. Boo. So in that game, you're right. I felt like there was going to be some wacky goal going for the Flyers, because the Rangers just could not convert. They couldn't get that puck in the net. How many posts last night?
4.
4 posts?
4 posts. 3 clangers, one that just kind of dinged off the post. That was Lafreniere's shot. Which was the last poster.
The things that I know. Nick DeCristo's here, the man who gave you the cup.
Nick DeCristo. You missed my ode to you, pal, but as promised, the cup is here on the desk, my friend. You missed my little soliloquy to you, but you did not go unnoticed.
It was a great tribute.
I told Eric, I couldn't wait to come home and tell Jen all about this cup, and I couldn't wait to tell Joe Catroni about this cup.
Listen,
because I know those were the 2 people besides Eddie that would appreciate my story.
I love Anders Hedberg, man. Yeah, that's just a really nice. I love anything vintage too. Yes. You guys with the comments, me with the caviar. They didn't have caviar there. Stop blowing it out of proportion. I've never had caviar. Have you?
I had it once. Not
disgusting.
For me. It just wasn't for me.
Anybody else in the chat room have caviar?
Fucking hamburger pizza kind of guy. I don't need no stinking caviar. Boo! I booed the caviar. Boo!
You booed the caviar?
Boo!
That's so funny.
On this special episode of BSU, the Anders Hedberg Cup.
They did not. I didn't see any pizza, which is a kind of a downer for me. The only way it could have been better is if they would have handed out Anders Hedberg cups.
Did they have like candy up there too? Like like a big bowl of M&Ms?
Oh, they had
like that?
Like, you know, in the candy store, they have I'm sure in your house too, you have those see-through containers.
Yeah.
They had M&M peanut, regular M&Ms, Reese's Pieces, everything. Licorice.
Reese's Pieces. Oh, holy shit! I
Take
would have walked
5.
I would have had him stuffed down my socks walking out of there.
Come on, I
Why's
gotta
that-
have a
why's that guy
modicum of
rattling
flair.
walking down the escalator?
I
It
feel
would have
like
just been like a trail of Reese's Pieces behind me, like I was trying to catch ET walking out of the garden.
no, I didn't have any foie gras. And Dr. B loves caviar. I've never had it. I heard it's salty, but
I didn't like the texture.
it's fish eggs, right?
Right.
I don't know.
I had friends that that the guy was married to a Russian girl, and they used to travel to Russia every summer and spend like a month with her family. And one year they brought back caviar from Russia and this really fancy Russian vodka. And I like the vodka a lot more than I like the caviar.
Ah, okay.
The vodka was good though.
The vodka.
It's good stuff.
So
anyway,
I mean, as far as the game goes, I'm gonna just tell you my quick takeaways. Capo Caco is playing at he can't finish for shit. The Finn can't finish, but so noticeable out there. He seems quicker out there. He seems involved. He's playing on that first line. He looks great.
I think the goals will come. I really believe that.
The other guy,
is he going to be a 40, 50 goal scorer? No, I don't think so.
No.
Is he going to be a very productive player? Yes, I do think so.
You got Lafreniere or whatever you want to call him. He's been struggling a little bit. I think he's running some tough luck, but I know he'll be fine. I think he's sitting at 3 goals. Need a little more production from him. Ryan Reeves has no use on this team whatsoever. He should be, other than say, release us, Shesty. Please release him. Release Ryan Reeves, please. I don't understand it.
Well,
brings nothing.
You know, it's not just Ryan Reeves either. You know, the Rangers are spending, I think it's around $3.5 million for Ryan Reeves and Sammy Blais. And for what? I mean, they can find to do what those two do. You can find a guy for $750,000, $800,000 league minimum. You can find guys that do what they do, and that's 300. That's 3.35 million of their salary cap. I mean, it's ridiculous. Hello, Johnny. What's up? The great Johnny Prestano is here. The great Patrick Hill is here.
Yeah, Patrick's got some. Patrick was also there in the loft with me as well. He, however, I think brought the caviar home. No, I'm only kidding. There was no caviar. Patrick's got an interesting idea, but I don't think it's plausible, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. So his thing is that he wants Kreider to play the right wing because he believes that most of his tip-ins are on the right side of the net. If you notice, he's to the right of the goaltender. But I don't think you're gonna mess with that from a guy who got 52 goals on the left wing from last year. It's really about Zibanejad and Kreider. It's not really about the winger that they put on there. But you never know with Gerard Gallant, but I think that they're kind of cemented. Sammy Blais, he's basically a one-trick pony. He's going to hit somebody. I called him the Ryan Holweg of he's going to go out there, he's going to hit a guy, which is not bad. But I think you're exactly right, Jim, in your assessment. He certainly, when Reeves departs at the end of the year, and yes, so that's the way I look at it.
Look at the goal.
Yeah, let's look at the goal, man. This Zabinajad was at the end of a shift here, and he was
They both
dog.
They were
God.
gassed.
I
They were
said,
gassed.
yeah, because I didn't hear the audio, so I was like, he's been out there a lot.
Kevin Hayes moves in. Kreider is there.
So when you watch this,
They shot wide by Konechny.
and it's great because you realize that now the puck's coming up the boards, and all three Flyers are deep in the Rangers zone, and this is going to be a breakout. And you just know that with less than a minute to go, that this is it. So at this point, I'm screaming at the TV, just screaming, because I know Kreider's going to, Kreider's wide open. There's nobody's going to cover him.
Under a minute to go. Zibanejad, lead to Kreider. He's hit all alone. He scores! Chris Kreider!
At this point, I'm throwing jumbo shrimp onto the ice.
There's M&Ms and foie gras everywhere. But I was saying last night that, this is kind of the thing about 3-on-3 is that it really, as much as I don't like it in the terms of solving a game, you really have to, you wind up paying a lot closer attention because you want to know where the other team is on the ice.
Is there.
So as this, like I said, as this play develops, the puck's coming around, and you realize all three Flyers are down at the goal line, and the Rangers are going to have a chance here.
Konechny, under a minute to go. Zibanejad, lead to Kreider. He's hit all alone. He scores! Chris Kreider.
That was great. I didn't even know Zibanejad was out there so long. I didn't know if he had the energy to even make that pass. If you watch right before he makes the pass, his stick is up, like he's almost like, I gotta get off the ice. I got nothing left. And he just got there and put it right in the area that he needed to. And now I got Kreider on a breakaway.
Right.
In that millisecond, what are you thinking?
And Kreider's coming at you, right?
Right. He's coming right at me.
Right.
I'm saying, here's the guy they won't put in a shootout. That, but then I felt like he made the perfect move. I mean, would he go forehand, backhand, or other way around?
I think it was forehand, backhand.
Yeah. And I don't know what Carter Hart was doing on that, but and Kreider's so damn fast. He's still got the wheels. And he must have. I went ecstatic. There were frog legs all over the bottom section. I didn't even notice. I threw a tomahawk steak at Torts. I really didn't even notice Torts in that game. What was his demeanor?
Same as always. Same as always.
You yelling at anybody?
Not really. Look, that game last night, really, we saw, 100 games like that from the other side, where it's nothing, and the Rangers would be hemmed into their own zone for minutes at a time, and just getting cycled to death, and just praying that Henrik Lundqvist / now Carter Hart would keep them in the game. And yeah, they're going to win some games like that, but it's not sustainable. We know that better than anybody in the league. That type of play is just not sustainable.
Well, yeah. Well, they're dealing with some injuries, and I'm not cutting the Flyers any break.
Oh, Joe, Flyers, the injuries, Joe.
Oh, they were going off.
Oh, Sam. Oh, they wait till they get their players back, Sam. Bad luck, Sam. Oh, Joe, the Flyers, Joe. You hate
crying for the Flyers.
Oh, the fucking Flyer apologists.
And the Flyers changed their way of playing in the third period. Rangers were breaking out of the zone very easily, like unbelievably easy. And in the third period, when it was about, I guess about the 13-minute mark, I think the Flyers was saying, let's just play for the tie. Let's get the hell out of here.
Right.
And they started to bunch up the neutral zone. And the Rangers could not break out or get anything going in the last half of that third period.
Torch did say after the game that there were some assholes up in the loft yelling mean things at him most of the game.
Those tomahawk steaks and the veal scapa. What is it? Veal scapellini?
Scallopini. Said he got hit with a jar of Grey Poupon in the third period.
Oh, yes. So I hopped in my convertible and my limousine and left. No, so Daddy Warbucks over here had a great time. Let's put it that way.
Glad to hear it. Glad they won. And yeah. So I'm rich.
Yeah, he was there. I'm rich. Yeah, poor.
Imagine you're sitting in the 200 section below the loft, and you got to make a pretty decent living to be sitting there. And there's this guy behind you in a Star Wars t-shirt yelling at you, I'm rich, you're poor.
With a blinking hat.
With a blinking hat. And a handful of M&Ms and a giant shrimp. I'm rich.
Yeah, poor.
It's fantastic.
Listen, you gotta have fun. I even told that DJ, whatever his name was, that he sucked. I was about 20 feet away from him. That's some guest DJ. It's terrible. So
I'm rich, I'm wealthy, I'm socially secure.
Let's talk about the chippiness in that game. That was a very chippy game. I mean, in the old days, that was that was every game.
Oh,
but
well, you know,
Julian
Sam, Flyers get into a whistle, Sam. Rangers better be careful.
Well, I didn't like Adam Fox got manhandled in one of the scrums.
Adam Fox played a hell of a game last night, by the way. Hell of a game.
He's phenomenal to watch.
There was that one power play where they kept trying to clear the puck, and they just couldn't get the puck past Adam Fox.
No, Sean continually makes me laugh during the show. Me and Libor Hayek were fighting over a truffle. You had I saw that, and then the Julian Gauthier grabbed that guy. Who was that? Sanheim,
yes.
Didn't he write some songs?
Famous for his -6 in the Mika Zibanejad 5-goal game.
Wow.
When they beat him.
Wasn't he Steven Sanheim a composer?
Yes, that's him, Steven Sanheim.
Oh, yeah. And
now playing defense for the Philadelphia Flyers.
He got goozled by Julian Gauthier.
Tried to give him the Undertaker chokeslam.
Yeah. 6'4". Is he 6'4"? Who knew Julian Gauthier was 6'4", 6'5", 215, 220? See, if he plays like this, and okay, so he doesn't score, but he skates fast, and he play. And they said it in preseason, Jim, that he was going to try to play more physical. I don't know why he wound up. It took almost 10 games to do this, but apparently it's arrived.
6'4", 225.
Come on. And he's a FUD boy. I mean, Mr. Gawant loves him. So
and Julian Gauthier is never going to have a better opportunity than he has right now to establish himself with Kravtsov out again. Maybe longer. This is it. This is your time. This is, I'm not saying it's now or never, but you're not going to have a better opportunity than this. He's getting quality minutes, third line, and you stand up for your team like that last night. So That gets noticed.
That's
shit
good.
like
That gets noticed, definitely.
Right. So
Just to finish out, I really spent a lot of time watching the third pairing. Braden Schneider had a good game, I thought.
he did.
He's definitely. You could see all that playoff experience paid off because he's much farther along in the game than Zach Jones is defensively. But that's no knock on Zach. It's just the way it is. And I'm really glad that they're going with these two guys at this juncture. Two rookies. Have Lee Borhaya come in to spell these guys if they get tired or they don't play well. I wish they had a better option. They signed some guy in Hartford to like a pro tryout. The Rangers really are so hard against the cap.
Oh, the guy we talked about last week? I can't even remember his name now.
Yeah. I don't think he has any chance playing on the big squad, but I don't know. But so far, so good. There's a big test coming up tomorrow night against the Bruins. Bruins are good, surprisingly good. A lot of people.
That game is streaming only tomorrow night.
Yes, this has upset a lot of Ranger fans.
I don't blame them.
But you know what? You got to join. It's 2022, ladies and gentlemen. You can't expect this ridiculous league to be fair to you. I mean, it's just, it's a gouge fest. So you got to get the streaming. So you got to get the Amazon or whatever it is. They got
Boston's
bundles.
9-1, by the way.
What?
Boston's 9-1.
I know. And it's going to be a big test for the Rangers. But I'm pretty confident because do we have any confirmation whether it's going to be the Halak Ness Monster or is it Shesterkin? That would be 4 in a row. How many in a row would be? 4?
4.
So I don't think we have any prognostication about that, who's going to be starting in that. But the Rangers have shown that they've beaten some good teams this year.
I would play Shesterkin. You got another 2 days off after the Boston game. Why not?
I think I would play Shesterkin. And like you said, 2 days off. Then who are you playing after that? I mean, there's no must.
Detroit.
Yeah, play a Halak against Detroit. Oh, okay. Sean McCaff reporting that Gallant said Igor today.
That's how it should be.
Very good. Very good. So
you got 4 games next week. I'm sure they could find a night for Halak. Play Detroit twice next week. So
I mean, I think that makes sense. I think this is a early statement game against a really good team that's playing well. We shall say.
Come get some.
Oh, God, kill that lady. Kill that lady. I'm that violent. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, Jim. There he is. The bag of candy.
He's done a lot.
It's now a little light. It's very light now. It's all
light
on my tummy. It's on my tummy now.
That's good.
Actually, no. The ones I didn't like, I gave it to the little brats.
It was one Charleston Chew.
No, all the Charleston Chews.
I have never in my life heard anyone say I like Charleston Chews.
The Charleston Chews, some
candies don't you like, Costa?
Plain M&Ms, some Jolly Ranches, some Laffy Taffy, some fucking some Nerds. That's what they got.
All right. Well, what candies don't you like?
I just told you.
You don't like Laffy Taffy?
Nah.
You don't like those Mary Janes?
Nah.
What are you more, a sweet guy or a chocolate guy?
I like what do I like? I like Tootsie Rolls, especially the not the regular ones, but the
The midgies?
What?
The midgies?
Yeah.
Yeah, those small guys.
Yeah, the small. I like Skittles. The berry one, the berry Skittles.
It's Gus's Halloween. The great Gus's Halloween.
The great Guskin.
All right.
So what's up? Any thoughts?
Well, I know what his thought is. Let me challenge him. Let's get it out on public and video and viral and all that stuff. You feel like Jacob Trouba isn't worthy?
See, overrated at best.
When you look at the Rangers' record, don't you think the Rangers are successful under Jacob Trouba?
Like I said before, the man's mistakes, for all the good he does, his mistakes are absolutely fucking egregious.
Ow! Okay. So
again, he was a -3 before he was a -1 in Dallas. That's unacceptable.
Okay. Who do you think deserves the seat?
Deserves the captaincy?
Sammy Blake.
I mean, he's going to be stripped after 10 games. He's supposed to locker room leader.
I mean, if
Sammy Blake,
just to rile up the troops, okay, but on the ice,
I don't think you have an answer for this.
If it was up to me, Lindgren, because he was a fucking warrior out there, and he's like he's a man. He's a man's man, Lindgren.
Okay. Let me ask you this, and I'm gonna talk to you man to man, because me and you, we're real,
right?
And I'm gonna tell you that you're completely insane with this, absolutely off your rocker on this take.
You are a bum.
I'm going to tell you why. You were personally mad and upset that the Rangers were losing, and you took it out on Jacob Trouba. You came up with some kind of take and on the moment because they were losing. Because when I saw you at the end of the game, there was no mention of Trouba. He was giddy, laughing. He was so happy you couldn't believe it. So I don't think this is
man.
You were so happy. You were like, yeah. You were going nuts.
You know why I was happy, right?
Why? You got the candy?
No.
What?
Because my man Zach Jones scored a goal, and fucking finally Julien Gauthier got a goal, and he got a highlight reel goal. That's why I was happy.
That's why you were dancing at the end of the game, because of Julien Gauthier
and Zach Jones.
All right, Lala. Zach Jones, I have a special place in my heart.
Yeah, I'm a Zach Jones mark out there. I'm telling you.
Get out of here, you bum.
So that was my take. But hey, listen.
You to see for what? For
candy.
Man.
So I guarantee once Jacob Trouba smashes somebody, and it's going to be soon.
Oh yeah, I know that. I mean, you
You'll
had
be back on the Trouba train along with the rest of us.
you had a freaking guy from Pittsburgh whining, "Oh, Jacob Trouba's a goon. Oh, he should."
Once again, he's gooning it up.
I bet you this is the same guy who had no problem with fucking Matt Cook fucking maiming people on the ice. You know what I'm saying?
How many times is he gonna get away with it?
And how many times Matt Cook's gonna get away with his shit?
Yeah, you know what? We should prank that idiot. I gotta find out when his show is.
No, you got to say, yeah. What about Matt Cook?
He
Smart
probably doesn't
guy.
even know Matt Cook. He's probably been following hockey for 2 years.
What was the name of that guy's show? Do you remember?
I don't recall. I could find it. He does like a Pittsburgh Steeler and a Pittsburgh Penguin thing. He had enough ads in that stupid thing.
Right.
Too many ads? Holy cow.
Yeah,
They're gonna love this one.
There's a term for that. Sellout.
Sellout. That he needs to get the hell out.
Man.
So I did listen, we're all friends here with other podcasts and everything. I don't know, our boy Rock. It's got to be eating a little crow.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Rock, you still want Strom over Trocheck?
He thought it was a lateral move. I think it was an upgrade. What do you think, Jim?
Just on the face-offs alone is a fucking upgrade.
You found this. I hope you'll check those out.
I want to.
And I think his face-off stuff is rubbing on the other centers. I think so.
I like Trocheck because he's edgy. He's always involved after the play. This is something somebody said.
And he actually shoots the fucking puck.
Right.
Whereas Strom, he'll shoot wide, he'll shoot swing and a miss,
We need more of that because that lateral, that passing, 100 foot rather than.
Oh my God, that passing! I want to throw a fucking, I want to freaking flip a fucking desk. This fucking Dipsy doing this fucking trying to thread the needle. It's not gonna work, man. It might work in junior hockey, not in the NHL. Okay.
Well, I'm just very happy with it.
Yeah, I'm happy. We won 3 games. We won.
I'm talking about.
In a row. Hope we keep it going.
I like what I was saying is I really like the way Trocheck is playing. I was a little concerned. I mean, there's a little bit of concern with the chemistry, like Kim is talking about. There's, I've always known he's a good player, but as a guy, I really never really noticed, Keandre, you talking about Keandre Miller? Okay, stop. Everything's because of Trouba, Jen. Keandre Miller, from day one, I heard he stinks from people. He's terrible.
Jim said he stinks. He's overrated. He's this and he's that.
Once again, I'm right.
All right, you both need to calm down there.
What's if you're paying attention?
All I said last season, I said I didn't think he was playing well enough to deserve this locked-in job where he didn't have to go to Hartford to train like other rookies should. I did say he's played much better in the playoffs, and he's been good this season. And yes, I think a lot of it has to do with Trouba. He's the one that said Jacob Trouba has helped me improve my game. He's made me a better player. What does he know? Right. What does he know compared to Costa?
Or me?
and I can't find this Punk's podcast video show.
Don't worry about it. We'll get it on.
I can't remember what the hell it was called.
The Dopey Sports. I don't know.
Dopey Sports.
Fuck that Jacob. Yeah, I should upload that Jacob Trouba clip. But no, I was just I was razzing. Yeah, I really didn't.
Hey, if he's on this team and we win a cup, I take I'm gonna take everything back. Every bad thing I said about him.
Just stop.
You'll
That's
be
your
on
bar. That's your bar for a player. No, but they never win a cup. He'll be on Tampa winning the cup.
And why?
Because they're terrible. This organization is the worst. I'm telling you, we're like in Chicago Cubs time before they won the World Series. That should be I guarantee he'll win a cup when he's on Tampa with Keandre Miller. I'm only kidding. I love my Rangers. I mean, they treated me to a good time last night.
With all the snooting, highfalutin type of people.
That's right. I was wooed by them.
I was wooed.
Yeah, until you're back with the rest of the ham and eggers and the regular dates. Forget about it.
That's where I belong anyway.
Right, until he's got to go back to coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I can't sit here anymore. What am I, a savage? What is it? What is this? 1974? I can't sit. There's no water. There's no cannolis.
I must interrupt you guys. Nick DeCristo is reporting Joey Wagner, that's the guy's name, is live right now.
Oh, no. Really? Hold on. Joey Wagner, hold on. Joey Wagner. Oh, yeah, that's him.
Jerry Lewis. Hey, lady.
Oh, he's live doing live stream play-by-play of the Phillies game?
Oh, God.
Hold on. Hold on. All right, Costa, we're going to let you go.
All right, man.
All right,
go get him. Kick his ass.
Top of inning number 3. And no score between Houston and Philadelphia.
There he is.
Aaron Nola's allowed a couple of hits in the first 2 innings, but nothing has crossed home plate, and he'll face the top of the order, Altuve, Pena, and Alvarez. The pitch.
This is Cutter's long-lost brother.
No, Cutter would do it better.
Soft contact to third, and boom maneuvers to make the play. Well done for the out.
Why don't you type in Jacob Trouba's coming to kick your ass?
1 away here. Pitch and 1 out to start it. For Nolan. I believe Aaron Judge, I think.
What'd you type?
Jacob Trouba's looking for you, pal.
5-6. 4-10.
Jerry Lewis here, ladies and gentlemen.
So he's going to crap and wipe with your terrible towel.
Curveball is over, strike 1. Welcome in Blueshirt Underground. Pena struck out, first AB.
Okay, he just acknowledged us.
Yes.
I said I don't think you have enough hands on your show.
What, he's a dirty player and gives everybody the chicken wing elbow? That's what he does. It's a fact. One pitch. Change up right at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The chicken with the elbow. What is he, Bob Backlund?
Oh dear. Oh my. In college football, Northern Illinois has a linebacker. As that curveball snapped foul. That is an 8th-year senior.
I can't see what you're typing.
It's hold on. Oh, you can't read that? Hold on. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit.
Yes, a linebacker.
There we go.
8-year senior.
Can you read that better?
5 years old. I guess if he medical, you know, red shirt.
Oh, Oscar piece.
Counts 2 and 2.
Say, you know what you should say? Oh no. Say, come on the show. I want to discuss this.
2-2 pitch. Change up in the dirt, ball 3.
Ask him, do you regret you and Dean breaking up? There are a lot of, he was having a good time.
Goodbye. Excellent curveball from Nola. Gets paid.
All right, I had
Strikeout number 4.
He's not even a Phillies fan, is he? He's a Pirate. Isn't he a Pirates fan?
Hey,
why would he do that?
He'll.
This man cave, another name for your mother's basement.
Yeah, what happened is after this 8th-year senior,
He's coming to our
2019,
show. I
he
can't
broke
wait.
the shoulder socket in his arm, missed the season. He got a medical red shirt for that. 20 was the COVID year, but that didn't count against the eligibility of the COVID. 2021, he tore his ACL, got another medical red shirt.
Don't worry, he'll read every comment afterwards.
How does this guy have 12,000 subscribers?
He does every
so
event
a full
that happens. I don't
year
know.
of eligibility because of the medical red shirt. Basketball
This is
Live
why. He may have 12,000 subscribers. I guess I don't know. I can't even answer that.
because you're allowed one red shirt here. No, one red shirt here in the 4 years. Fly ball to left center field. Schwarber runs it down in the gap, and the inning is over, and Nola retires. Altuve, Pena, and Alvarez. 1, 2, 3.
This is worse than Full House.
Yes, and plays a freshman. Yes.
I don't know.
He just posted.
You're a freshman and you're the best player on the field.
He's reading his comments right now.
All right, let's see what he says.
But so you have a red shirt from automatically getting one. Then he got one medically because he got hurt. Got another one medically because he got hurt again. Got an extra one for the COVID.
I can't believe that.
4 red shirts plus 4 regular years of eligibility.
Nick found him as we were
Right.
speaking.
Right. I got to subscribe now.
Looks like we're getting bombarded by Ranger fans who are just jealous because we've won 3 Stanley Cups since 2009.
And nobody remembers them.
And we've gotten diddly squat since then.
Tell them about the 4th. We came back last. Oh, I don't know.
Everybody, I'm just rooting for the Phillies in this series because I can't stand the Astros and the cheating scandal. If it was anyone but Houston, I'd be rooting for the other side. And I wouldn't. Pirates and the Phillies really aren't rivals in baseball. Only play each other 6 times a year. I don't view the Phillies as a rival in baseball, Hollywood, do you? I don't. I don't even view the Phillies and the Eagles as a rival because they're in opposite conferences. And they play once every 4 years.
Oh, he's good. No, the Instigator show wants him as a guest.
You're strange. You would think that
All right.
same state there'd be more of a rivalry, but they're not.
Did you get blocked?
He put me in timeout by the motor. Oh, what a punk.
I think because you used the word Faguzzi.
No score.
Or you got sick of it. Was that? Well, we
No,
went.
they're
to
rivals.
Stanley
With how much they fight each other, they're football, yes, football and baseball. Baseball.
You're relentless. Cutter, you're 10 times better than this guy.
We should put Cutter on and have Cutter do his whole room and
Number
like
three,
Pittsburgh
Javier
stuff.
pitching to the bottom of the.
All right, that's
Oh,
enough.
God.
It's enough. We'll say hello to Connor real quick because he's been waiting.
Oh my God.
What's up?
I'm just
Nick, thank you for finding out who that was for
Yeah,
us.
that was-
Now I'm gonna haunt him in his sleep.
That was a pleasure. That was a true pleasure to watch.
Great Joey Wagner, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
I mean, here he is gooning it up. He's gooning it up again.
I will
The
say that-
chicken wing elbow.
I'm just wondering, is that guy going to
got timed out waiting for suicide.
Oh my God. I'm just wondering, is that guy going to be playing in the opera anytime soon? Because he certainly has the voice for it. But anyway, no.
Yeah.
So what can I say about this team? We have turned a corner. Let me just say that. We are on the right side. Hopefully we beat the Bruins. And what can I say? The Rangers' performance as of late is about as good as the viewing party was this past weekend.
This was just great, man. It was
You're at
fantastic.
2 balls, 2 strikes right now. Lead off hitter.
What do you, Jim is like
What's up, Jim?
an assassin out there.
Sorry.
So go ahead, Connor. You can talk. I'm listening.
Oh my! Oh no! I mean, again, Jim is going after this guy about as hard as Costa was at that floor at McHale's. I mean, I was shaking when he was stomping at that point.
He is very excitable. I felt that several times there was a Ranger Rhino.
Oh yes,
in the attendance.
Yes,
So,
yes, of course. I mean, but no, I mean. At least, hey, we got the first one at McHale's. Hopefully the one of many, shall we say.
Well, yes. I'm thinking, we went there before? No. Yeah, I love that place. It's a great place to watch a game. And it was a raucous crowd. And
He does a call-in show after the game.
Oh, my God. Oh,
It's on Skype, though.
Oh, geez.
I have Skype. I
Yeah,
call him on my regular phone. What are you kidding me? I don't care.
Yeah, except we couldn't throw darts at the Skype the way that we threw darts at the Cutter cutout.
I think he deleted all my comments or blocked me or something.
Don't worry. It's only temporary. We'll find a workaround, and then we invade.
Damn, I was hoping that you could have typed out specifically, I've shit out something that was better than a Permani's Pittsburgher.
Well, 25,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the world has come to.
Right.
I guess if you'll live stream anything, I don't know, people that
Now we need to start doing live streaming the games and talking over the commentary.
Like,
I mean,
how fucking stupid is that?
I mean, again, Stimpy and the Redhead do it somehow. What's
Yeah.
stopping us from calling them now that I think about it?
Hey, guys. Let's go Rangers. What's up?
Oh my God.
We'll keep it. We want quality over quantity. That's the
Right.
thing.
Yes.
Did you get home okay Saturday?
I mean, I passed out, and strangely, I woke up, and there were a couple of marks in my arm. I'm not sure what happened there, but no, I for once I wasn't completely
Costa thought your
plastered
arm was
at
a
viewing.
Twix bar.
Yeah, no. For once, I wasn't completely plastered. I actually managed well. I got on the bus on time. I drove fine. It was all nice and easy. No, I got home very, very easily. Nothing to worry about.
Good.
Eddie, you can put the chip away.
The Fedino burrito.
There you
All
go.
right. Anything else? I'm running out of gas.
Yeah, I got nothing else. Just to show that I have I provide a better retro jersey than the Rangers do.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, and it was great seeing you on Saturday.
Yes, and hopefully, and I will see you at the next one.
All right. Thanks, Connor. Good night.
Good night.
So, yeah, we have 499 subscribers. We need another subscriber here until we get a 500 subscriber.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's not true.
I hope Joey Wagner joins us next week to discuss how ridiculous it is to call Jacob Trouba dirty. And if you want to talk about Stanley Cups, let me talk to you about how many times the Rangers have come back from 3-1 against Pittsburgh and have made you cry.
Right.
The tears on your pillow.
3 times they've done it to him, right?
3 times.
3 times, lady.
So hopefully that was a lot of fun. Is he the new Cutter? I don't know. I don't think you could.
I'd rather have Cutter.
Cutter is I am a Cutter supporter, and my wife loves him too, so I could never like that guy.
Cutter would never block us.
Yes, Cutter would never block us. He loves when you give him negative attention.
Right. He loves it. He eats it up.
All right, my friend.
All right. Another gem.
Another one in the books. What'd we do? 2 hours plus.
2 hours plus. Free. Commercial free.
There's nobody in the land who could talk Rangers hockey for commercial free for 2 hours.
Exactly. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell or whatever it is to subscribe. Sponsor the show on Patreon. The information's right underneath us there, scrolling across.
Yes, you poor people, donate.
We'll put you in our special Facebook group. We do recaps after the games, occasional exclusive shows just for the Patreon.
Take care, Dom. Nice seeing you.
Yes, nice seeing you. Eddie, how about we Monday night? No, I can't Monday night. I'm sorry.
I will not be available till after Tuesday.
Oh, and I'm not available at all the end of next week.
Wow. I'm gone for the whole weekend.
When are you gone?
I'm gone from Friday to Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Well, then catch us on the recaps because we might not be on next week. Eddie's gone the beginning of the week. I'm gone the end of the week.
Patty, take care. Kim.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. We love you.
We love you guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.